Batman and Robin, issue 8, legacy number 74, Joshua Williamson and Nicolo Shemeshka.
Close enough. Because every time I think that I get the name, I overthink it and I just butcher it. So I'm going to say that's good.
You know what? I give it my best go. That's all there is to it. Yeah, so last issue, Flatline showed up and Robin was helping her look for her sister, and they found her kind of in the cliffhanger. Start of this issue, basically she's like gun running or something. She's stealing weapons from supervillains in Gotham, because whenever Batman puts anyone away, oh hey, there's a freeze gun sitting here for the taking. So she wants to sell these things off. So she actually has a Mr. Freeze gun kind of like on her at the moment. And Damien says they're going to take her in, and then Flatline betrays him and kicks him in the back and says, sorry, Damien, but I can't let you arrest my sister. Sorry. They leave him frozen up to the neck, and she's like, sorry, we'll talk later. So she's really apologetic about it, but they're leaving him behind. Meanwhile, Shush is trying to get Batman to work with her, which was also something that was set up last time, and he reluctantly agrees and follows her somewhere. That's basically that side of things for now. But the Robin and Flatline stuff plays out in a big car chase where they've got this truck with all their stolen stuff in it. Flatline's on a bike, as is her sister. They're talking to each other. And Damien comes up behind in the Robin mobile, because of course his suit had some anti-freeze tech in it, because, I mean, they fight Mr. Freeze on a regular basis. I'll believe that at this point. It
makes sense, especially with Robin, too, right? Like, he's going to be more like his dad than any of the others.
Oh, sure, yeah. So he's got his buggy that he calls the Robin mobile. And Flatline's sister goes to fire a giant cannon thing at him out the back of the truck. But Flatline blasts her cannon with it and then yells out with a smile on her face, double cross, and helicopters come in. And basically what it turns out is that Flatline had made a deal with the authorities to bring in her sister, but they had to lead her to where the rest of her goons were first. So this was just hatching that plan. So she had to betray Robin in the scene to get her sister to go and trust her, but ultimately her plan was to let her sister be taken in. So she makes all with the apologies and makes big eyes at him and says, hey, I'll stick around for a little bit and help you with your cases. And like, honestly, they are here. Well, it's pretty solid enough. I do think he maybe goes a little over the top with the big anime eyes when she's like smiling at him and saying, if you'll have me, like a puppy dog. So Batman and Shush go to the Man-Bat's lair, and basically Man-Bat shows up quite quickly with all the men, and they attack Batman. Shush didn't betray Batman, but Shush kind of tries to spin it with Man-Bat that, hey, you wanted Batman, I lured him here. Like, isn't that good enough? Aren't we good? There is some fun stuff here. Man-Bat looks really demonic as he like slashes at her, which is quite good. By the way, Batman does ask her at one point, like, what's your connection to Hush and Tommy Elliott? And she's like, didn't say the magic word. So we don't know yet if there is any connection. She claims she's just a person, but I'm not inclined to believe that for the time being.
No, I mean, but just the whole Tommy Elliott of it all, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So Man-Bat kind of accepts this after dishing out some punishment, but doesn't seem terribly enthusiastic. Man-Bat and Batman fight a little bit. And then Batman chains on to Man-Bat and they go deeper into the cave, into the sewer system or wherever it is. Because one of the things they saw before Man-Bat showed up was a map of like a tunnel system. And Batman's like, I know the sewer system and all the tunnel systems in Gotham and I don't recognize this. So it seems like there's a secret tunnel system that he doesn't know about. So that seemingly is where Man-Bat's flown him into at the end. But it seems like they're going to be staying separate for a little bit and Batman will be doing this stuff because... And I'm excited about this next part. The final few pages is that Flatline's going to school with Damien to help him investigate the teacher that he thinks is Shush. So we're getting high school antics. Damien comes in, like one of the teachers says, hey, you have to go and like talk to someone. And one of the girls is, okay, if you want to get more time with that teacher, then detention is probably the best way to do it. And then the final page is Flatline walking in her like sort of gothy, like teenage outfit, and Damien's like, I told you to be inconspicuous, and she's like, that's not my style. And I'm like, Damien, she's like silver. Like, she was never going to blend in completely, okay? She was going to stick out. Them being in school together, though, working on their own little case that he's... this subplot throughout the whole thing is my favourite part of the book. This is a great step for it. The actual plot with them in this issue before this scene, where it was the whole sister stuff, was just kind of whatever. It was like, oh, she's betrayed him. Oh, no, she's not. Whatever. It's some fun action, but mostly just fluff. The Batman and Shush and Man-Bat stuff, again, mostly just fluff. It's fine. It's inoffensive. It's pretty decent to look at. And it's a quick read, so whatever. This final couple pages, though, does make me think it's going places that I'm very happy about. So, we'll see. It just says Damien and Flatline undercover in detention next issue. So, I'm
that's the stuff that I loved on Williamson's Robin too. The Flatline and Robin. So,
yeah, I'm all about it. I think the plot with her sister, I was really excited the previous issue just to have her and Robin interacting, but all the stuff with the actual sister this issue just kind of felt like this almost feels like just like it's just something for them to do before we get to the main meat of why she's here, which is helping Damien with this plot that's been going the whole time. So, but yeah, so. Yeah, I mean, other than my minor critique of that one face, and there's the odd moment like that, I do think the art, for the most part, is pretty solid. It's very heavy on the inks. It's very flat in a lot of places, but it works for its style. Man-Bat especially looks quite monstrous and bulky, which is very, very, very different to, recent years Man-Bat when he was on Justice League Dark and stuff like that, where he had more of a... It was more like a skinny version of Beast from X-Men with the glasses on, doing research and stuff. This is very much a different take on Man-Bat.
Like a proper werewolf, right? Like
big
and bulky.
Yeah, he's big and bulky. Yeah. So, yeah. I give it like a 6.5. It's not it's definitely probably a bit weaker than some of the issues, but what it's setting up is pretty enticing. So. Can't be too harsh on it either. So
yeah, the stuff with the Shush is, I feel like if it's the teacher, it might be a letdown, because the whole idea of Hush was it was somebody that Bruce Wayne knew. So
I suspect the teacher will turn out to be someone, so there's a payoff to it, but it won't be as simple as just exactly who Robin thinks it is. That'll be my guess.
But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why Shush, why Hush,
Or it's the other teacher who's nice to him, because that's the obvious way to go as well.